Hello everyone, welcome in today's video. And in today's video, I'm so much excited because I made this GORM Studio. So GORM Studio is solving a big problem if you're using databases in Golang. So we already have in Golang, we have the Gin framework, and you can use GORM, which is an ORM. So I compare GORM to something like Prisma. And if you've been using Prisma, you know how we love Prisma in Next.js or Node.js or Honor. So Prisma has one of the biggest things that we love it most is easy to debug and easy to use. GORM is also very easy to use in Golang, but it has one problem. It doesn't have a studio. So if you have been using Prisma, you have seen something like this. This is a studio. And in the studio, you can, interact with your data. As you can see here, you have the columns. You can add in new data. You can do all the things with your data. I wanted something like this. I searched, and there was nothing like this, like GORM Studio. And I took it to myself for the couple of at least now a week. I've been working on this tool, the GORM Studio. And right now it is complete, and I want to introduce it to you guys to use it. Let's have a look on how to use the GORM Studio. So it is, of course, I made it as a package, and you're going to just add it to one line of command, add it in your project, and you have the same, more beautiful interface than even the Prisma Studio, and you can do everything you want. In fact, it even have a way to write SQL commands. It has a way to export your data in JSON or even Excel file. So let's just have a look on how to use it. So you're just going to go here on github.com, mukekoda GORM Studio, and I have here the a quick start guide. So I'm just going to start by creating a new project. So I'm just going to copy this, go in my workspace here. I'm just going to now add this. Okay, so just add your username. So which is going to be, in this case, like my username, if I can remember it. And then the name of the project, which I'm just going to call user app. So I'm just going to say users app, just like this. So this creates a new project. So in this new project, now we can do a lot of things in it. First of all, let me hope I created it. Yep, I created it in the right place. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to install the package. So you can just go ahead and add my package. So, and then I'm just also going to go ahead and install other things. Like to create a simple API, I need Gin, and I also need GORM. Just create a simple API. And also, if you're going to use, for example, database drivers, we have Postgres, SQL, MySQL. So in this case, I'm just going to use SQLite, so I don't even need to add any driver. But I just added these drivers. If you want to use the Postgres driver, or you want to use just like SQLite, you don't even need a driver for SQLite. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some of these things. I'm just going to add Gin. So go ahead and add Gin. I will also go ahead and add GORM. So this is the ORM. Then I will just go ahead and add now this SQLite. Now, if you use the GORM SQL driver that provided by from the documentation for the GORM, you need to have installed the C. But this package, the SQLite from Grebales, I don't know if I have pronounced his name very well. This one you don't need to install anything. So I'm just going to install also this package. And now I'm just going to go ahead and add the main.go. So I'm just going to go in here, create a new file, call it main.go, just like this, and paste in everything. So what this is doing, I'm just going to go up here. So we have our packages, the standard packages, and the studio package from me. And you also have the Gin GORM and also the SQLite package. and then the GORM. Then here we produce the struct, or the interface for database. And then here we have the main function where we actually connect with SQL. The most important thing, of course, is on here where we mount. So these are just the normal ones, the route. The most important one is this one. So this is why we mount the studio in this way. We pass in the router, we pass in the DB, so it expects three things: the router, the DB, plus the your models, or your these structs that you defined here. So now we can just go ahead and run this. Go run main.go, just like this. Okay. So they're saying here, please check proxy and serving. Listen, only one usage each socket address. So it seems there is a running thing, because it's listen TCP is bind only one usage of each socket address. So it means this is already running, or there is some other project running on this socket. So I'm just going to go ahead and first pause and kill it, and then start again. So I just killed the server, just used the AI here to go ahead and kill the any running server. Just go ahead and run again and see if we have it running. Okay, so you can see now we have listening and serving on port 880. The means now we can look at our stuff. So after you have done this, down here you see that after you have put this, you can now just open in your browser localhost 880/studio. So I'm just going to go ahead and open this in, just right click and just go to this. And right now you can see that we have a table of users and it has no record right now. Okay, so you can see we have this, we have only this. We can create a new user by name and email. Let me just go ahead and create a new one. So you can just go ahead and say here, just put my name. I'm so much excited, guys. So why can't I just type anything? So I'm just going to go ahead and create this, and you can see record created. So now I just want to test the API. So if we just open, for example, the API, because we have one endpoint, which should be /users. Let's see if we can just actually tap into this endpoint 880. Just going to use this one, /users, and this is post. I'm just going to pass in name, email, remove other things. Okay, so I'm just going to say here Andrew Mwenda, and I'm just going to go here. Let's just say mwenda@gmail.com. Okay, I'm just going to hope that this is okay, and let's go ahead and send. Okay, so you can see that this has been created. So if I just go back to our browser and let me just refresh, so you can see now we have two we have two rows, or we have two records in this. So we can also just go ahead and select and delete all of them. You can add, you can modify. So for example, I can just do this. You can just go ahead and edit. And the nice thing that you also have is, one, you can write your SQL. So if you click on the SQL tab here, I can just now write select star from users and run SQL. And you can see we get back the results of the SQL. Now I can also continue, and I just also run here. put in the light mode, and of course you can just save this query or anything. But one thing I want to show you is, if I go back to the tables, is that you can just go ahead and, by the way, export this as CSV or as JSON. And this is very important because you can easily bring in your data from anywhere, export and save it, and run it into another app if you're just like changing maybe database or anything. So this is really game changer, and I'm so much excited for you guys to try this out. Share this video, let this go viral, guys. Okay, thank you so much. I will see you in the next one.